I'm so glad that you could join us for week 4 on our discussion in this Accelerate series. Now, in this series, we're being challenged by the writings of the Apostle Paul to the early church at Corinth, specifically through chapters 8 and 9 of his second letter to them. Paul spoke about giving so clearly through the lens of the discipleship of the giver, not so much through the receiving of the gift. Now, today we're going to talk specifically about that, the timeless wisdom found in 2 Corinthians 9, 6 through 9, encouraging us to give from a heart of cheerfulness and joyfulness, reaping the harvest that God has for us. So think back to a time when you worked hard towards a goal, but when you reached it, you felt disconnected from the fruit of your efforts. Describe that frustration that you experienced, maybe the void that lingered despite the achievement. Now, conversely, recall a different instance when you accomplished a goal and you genuinely savored the fruit of your labor. Share those emotions that you had, the sense of fulfillment that flowed through you. Now, let's explore Paul's encouragement to the church at Corinth to give, not out of compulsion, but with joy, willingness, and readiness. In fact, the Greek word found here in this passage, often translated cheerful, is hilarios. Hilarios does in fact mean cheerful and joyful, but it also means at the ready. Joyfulness and being at the ready are very closely connected and are the opposite of giving out of compulsion. You see, part of this Accelerate journey is readying your heart and your mind to give. That's a large part of what Paul is saying here. What will it look like to prepare yourself to be at the ready, to give cheerfully and joyfully in this coming season? By understanding the importance of giving from the heart and sowing generously, you really open yourself to the boundless blessings that God offers, and you have the ability to make a profound impact in God's kingdom. Now, I want you to hear from one of our own at the Avenue who's been challenged by this Accelerate season.
I'm Lee.
I'm Jen.
And we're the Statums. And we have 2 boys, Logan, who is 10, and Lincoln is 7. And we've been at the Avenue right at 9 years. I felt like when we walked in the first day, it felt like home.
And I felt like it was so easy to get plugged in, which was really nice because that was important to both of us.
I would say within the first 2 months, got in a life group. It was very quick. And I think that was really key in connecting us really deep with the church.
There are some kids that are around our kids' ages, but then there are some people that are a little more advanced than us. So for us, it's really, really helpful to kind of have them modeling those next steps and what we're about to encounter as our boys get closer and closer to middle school and things like that. So it's been really great.
So Life Day at the Avenue happens about 4 or 5 times a year. And being there, it's a moving experience each time, seeing people that came to visit, to watch a family member or a close friend get baptized, and the next thing you know, they're up in line getting baptized themselves. They had no clue when they left the house that morning that they were about to get baptized, but just that experience of seeing the other people really did move in them, and they were willing to get up and take that next step. Probably my biggest moment spiritually was watching my son get baptized. I knew it was coming, but I couldn't describe the feeling that day, and everything stopped, and it was just that moment. And I'm sure people have gone through it, but it really
powerful.
Very.
It's like the best word I can use for it, because it was just that public declaration at such a young, but just he understood it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through it right now.
I know.
I feel that same feeling now.
Same.
Yeah.
I could cry.
For us, tithing and giving to the church is something we've had good examples in our life. Our parents both, grandparents, great parents, you can go as far back as you can find. That was something we did. So for us, it's been something that you just do.
For me, giving really feels pretty second nature. Like Lee said, it's just something that we've just kind of always done, but not as a task or a must do. It's just something that I saw all throughout my life. God always provided. He was always faithful. So for me, it's just something that I'm like, why would I hesitate when he's always been so faithful and so committed?
As the Avenue looks to expand our reach, and we look to grow, whether it's our facilities, our volunteers, whatever we need to reach the next set of people we're supposed to reach, I see a challenge for us. When you're a faithful giver, you're already giving a lot, time and money. And so going above and beyond that is a challenge in itself.
Yeah. If everyone would just kind of take a little step, whatever that step may be, the reach of where we could go and what God could do through us would be astounding. So I'm just really want everyone to accelerate.
Yeah, it's a large task. I mean, it's not something that, you just flip a switch and everyone is committed and all in. But if you take that challenge, we accomplish our goal that we're shooting for, really the possibilities are endless of who you can reach